On June 13, 2022, Sony launched its new PlayStation Plus in North America. Split into 3 tiers, this model combines the previous versions of PlayStation Plus with PlayStation Now. Depending on which level someone subscribes to, they will gain access to certain services and games. PlayStation Plus Premium has over 700 games covering more than 2 decades of PlayStation history. Such a huge collection can be overwhelming, and the PlayStation Plus app doesn't make it very easy to browse through the library. As such, it can be useful to know this tier's highlights before investing in a subscription. Each month, Sony adds a handful of new games. While most of these are PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 releases, they're occasionally accompanied by a few classic titles. Hello again, friends, and welcome back to Game Rant. I'm Casey, and these are 10 of the best games on PlayStation Plus Premium and Extra. At number 10, we've got Nioh. Nioh takes a few ideas from Dark Souls' playbook, but the game's samurai setting and fast-paced combat allow it to have a presence that is genuinely unique. As William, players navigate areas filled with secrets, enemies, and bosses, the latter of which are usually well-designed and very challenging. Along with a robust loot system, Nioh's combat allows players to swap between different stances, adding an element of strategy to encounters. Nioh is a long game that could easily take 50+ hours to complete, but its gameplay is more than strong enough to keep a player engaged as they work their way through the campaign. At number 9, we've got Batman Arkham Asylum. PlayStation Plus Premium has returned to Arkham, a PlayStation 4 collection containing remasters of Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. Even though these re-releases garnered some criticism, there's still a decent way to experience 2 of the greatest action games of all time. PlayStation Plus Extra members can also play Arkham Knight. Arkham City is, in many ways, superior to Asylum. Along with improving the melee combat, the sequel expands its playground significantly while offering more side content for those willing to look for it. That said, Arkham Asylum's streamlined approach results in a better-paced main storyline. Furthermore, the game is the most immersive title in Rocksteady's trilogy due to its more claustrophobic world design. That said, you can't really go wrong with any of these masterpieces. At number 8, we've got Hollow Knight Voidheart Edition. Hollow Knight has earned its glowing reputation. Team Cherry's Metroidvania is rich in lore, visuals, style, and gameplay. As new players enter the strange dreamlike realm that is Hollow Nest, they will stumble upon sights that could fill them with either wonder or fear. Throughout their journey, they'll meet NPCs who need help or are willing to lend a hand. However, they'll also face countless enemies and bosses that have their own stories to tell. Hollow Knight is a masterpiece and one of the best PlayStation Plus games. Even if its opening hours can be a bit overwhelming or confusing, the title opens up quite quickly. At number 7, we've got God of War 2 HD. Unsurprisingly, the entire God of War franchise can be played through PlayStation Plus Premium, although most of the games can only be streamed. Nevertheless, Sony's subscription service is a great way for newcomers to Santa Monica's series to experience Kratos' full story. While 2018's God of War is not a terrible entry point since it marks a new era in the franchise, the pre-PlayStation 4 releases are nearly all highly enjoyable action games, particularly the numbered entries. God of War 2 marks the pinnacle of the franchise's original run, arguably doing a better job of balancing epic action and storytelling nuance than either its predecessor or sequel. Expertly paced and boasting some of the best boss fights in gaming history, God of War 2 is nothing short of brilliant. At number 6, we've got Ape Escape 2. Debuting with 1999's Ape Escape on the PlayStation 1, this strange Sony exclusive series feels like it was tailor-made to evolve into a cult classic. All the main entries in the franchise revolve around Spike's attempts to catch some wayward apes. As dumb as the premise sounds, the numbered Ape Escape games somehow make it work through sheer charm and whimsy. When not engaging with some colorful apes, Spike spends his time platforming and playing around with gadgets. Ape Escape 2 is very much a product of its time, but it's aged better than quite a few platformers from the PlayStation 2 era. For one, it stands out from the crowd due to its unique gimmick. More importantly, the gameplay is solid. At number 5, we've got Dead Cells. The independent gaming scene is flooded with 2D Metroidvanias, some of which ranking among the most memorable projects of the last decade. Even in that elite group, Dead Cell manages to stand out as something extra special. A roguelike that takes inspiration from Software's Souls games, Motion Twin's title delivers satisfying combat, unforgettable boss fights, and a gameplay loop that encourages a one more run mentality. Although death sends players back to the start, they can purchase permanent items to make subsequent runs a bit easier. Utilizing randomly generated levels that ensure each playthrough comes with a unique flavor, Dead Cells is the type of game that can keep a PlayStation Plus subscriber busy for months on end. At number 4, we've got Until Dawn. Horror fans looking for something a little different will definitely want to check out Until Dawn. The release does a great job of blending together a gripping narrative with player choice, character interactions, and some seriously creepy environments. The end result is a spectacularly spooky playable movie that will have players on the edge of their seats throughout. Much like Telltale's series of games, players will be forced to make tough choices during tense story moments. These decisions will have a direct influence on the story, as characters develop ideas about one another. Making decisions quickly and correctly is the key to helping everyone survive a terrifying vacation to a remote mountain resort. At number 3, we've got Control Ultimate Edition. Remedy Entertainment's portfolio is defined by games that seek to push the industry forward, be it on a technical or narrative level. While its central story might not be as strong as Alan Wake's, Control is the studio's most complete release of the 2010s, mainly due to its combat system and world building. Inspired by stories found on the SCP Foundation site, the game takes place in a government building that deals with unexplainable phenomena that can alter reality. Jessie Faden goes to this agency in search of her brother, but quickly finds herself dealing with the threat imposed by an invading force known as the Hiss. Armed with a transforming weapon and a range of satisfying abilities, players will find themselves immersed in a world filled with intrigue, mystery, and the supernatural. At number 2, we've got Resident Evil 4. Those looking for a little more action with their horror should take a look at Resident Evil 4. Considered one of the best Resident Evil games ever made by many fans, the 4th installment follows a battle-hardened Leon Kennedy on a quest to rescue the president's daughter. A lot of the classic Resident Evil mechanics are here, including puzzles, third-person shooting combat, and an array of terrifying boss encounters. For those new to the Resident Evil franchise, this title is a great starting point. And taking our spot at number 1, Terraria. There's no denying that Minecraft was one of the most influential titles ever created, with a lot of developers attempting their version of an open-world procedurally generated survival crafting game. There have been a lot of imitators over the years, many of which fell short of capturing the same magic as Minecraft. But a handful of developers have produced titles that not only stand next to the juggernaut, but put their unique spin on the formula it helped to create. Terraria is arguably one of the greatest indie games ever developed, taking the concepts of a procedurally generated world with crafting elements and ramping them up to 11. The 2D epic features a wide array of items, weapons, enemies, bosses, and building materials. There are tons of NPCs to engage with, secrets to uncover, and a progression system that gets punishingly more difficult as time goes on. And there you have it, folks, 10 of the best games on PlayStation Plus Premium and Extra. Let us know in the comments if you've got any games that you like to play on PlayStation Plus Premium and Extra. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, be sure to visit GameRant.com for more top-notch gaming content. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care for now.